I'm in this dark, dingy basement in order to go over some things with you that we look for as realtors instead of the things that you might look for as buyers. Buyers tend to look for touchy-feely things: kitchens, flooring, lighting, layout, things that make you feel good, that work out to probably about 80% of the deal, but ultimately it's that 20% of mechanical things that you can't really see or touch or feel that really actually can make up some of the most expensive items in your home if they need to be fixed or repaired. I'll start with the electrical panel right behind me here. If you look in this panel, there's tons of extra space, which is great if I wanted to put a pool in the backyard or a hot tub in the backyard. There's extra space for me to put that in. You want to look for those breakers instead of the round ones, which are actually fuses. And those aren't terrible. They're just older and they're not as efficient as the ones that they use today. There's a code for a reason, folks. And then you can look at the labeling of the wires if you have an older house you're looking through. And sometimes those labels can tell you if it's actually aluminum wiring. Again, not something you need to avoid, but something that needs to be cared for in the right way and managed properly. The second thing is the furnace. There's two things on the furnace I look for. The date is the main one. Every furnace should have a gas tag on it, and that's the date with which that furnace is typically installed. And then that tells you how old it is. The second thing is the pipes that come off the top. There's two pipes, one that brings fresh air in and one that burns the air and sends that exhaust out. That definitely needs to be out of the house. The fresh air one, as an efficiency item, would need to be out of the house instead of coming from inside the house. Again, not a problem if it's inside, but just makes it that much more efficient if it's coming from outside. The last thing would be water in the basement, and a really simple litmus test for looking to see if there's any water coming in anybody's basement is look around at their basement, around the edges of the basement, and see what kind of furniture or boxes or what they've got around those areas, and then you'll be able to tell how comfortable they are leaving that stuff there, knowing that there potentially is a water problem. If there's tons of stuff there, you're probably in the clear, and if you can see water damage and water staining, you may have an issue.